The story begins with a girl named Miyok, who is hanging herself right in the middle of the class. Around her, 4 other students are standing, watching Miyok do this, but none of them are trying to stop her. Within moments, Miyok hangs herself and dies. Just then, another girl named Yura enters the classroom. She was Miyok's best friend and came with the intention of saving her. But by then, it was already too late, and Miyok was dead. Seeing this, Yura sits down and starts crying. But suddenly, Miyok's spirit appears in front of her, saying, "You should have saved me." Frightened Yura immediately wakes up, realizing it was just a nightmare. But the nightmare was tied to reality because 10 years ago, Yura's best friend in high school, Miyok, had actually taken her own life in exactly the same way. Since then, these nightmares kept haunting Yura, hiding behind them a very deep and dark secret, which we will discover later. After this, Yura messages her old high school friends and decides to meet them that evening. Among them, there were 2 boys, one named Juntai and one girl who was Juntai's friend, and another friend who was also close to Yura. While talking, Yura takes Juntai outside alone. She asks him, "Do you remember Miyok?" Hesitating, Juntai replies, "No, I don't remember any Miyok." Yura tries hard to remind him because at one time they were all classmates, but Juntai keeps denying it, insisting, "No, I don't remember any Miyok. I already told you." Suddenly, Yura starts feeling sick, almost like she's about to vomit. She rushes into the bathroom where she sees a terrifying spirit and faints in fear. In this state, she has a vision of her childhood where she and Miyok were best friends. Miyok had even gifted her a bracelet. When Yura opens her eyes again, she finds herself in a car. Her friends are on a long drive, and they tell her she fainted because of weakness. One of Yura's friends is driving while the others are asleep. The driver asks Yura if she's feeling okay, but she doesn't reply. When he turns around to check, he sees a horrifying spirit behind him. The scene ends there. In the next scene, we see all the friends back in the same classroom from Yura's nightmares. They're shocked and confused. How did they suddenly end up there? No one has an answer. Yura realizes this is their actual high school classroom. The others agree, and they start worrying why and how they were brought there. At this moment, they also worry about Yura's friend because he was injured and couldn't walk properly. We then see a flashback from their high school days when Yura wasn't yet part of their group. She wanted to join them, but Juntai's friend often bullied her. Miyok would tell Yura not to put up with it and that she should report the bullying to the teacher. She even told Yura she didn't need to join a group that never valued her. But Yura ignored Miyok's advice, determined to become part of their group at any cost. Back in the present, Yura suddenly disappears. Everyone assumes she might have gone into another room. One friend goes out to look for her and sees Yura, but her eyes are completely white, terrifying her. Later, Yuna's friend insists they must find her, so he sends Juntai's friend along with Yura's other friend to search. Although reluctant, Juntai's friend steps out of the classroom. She tells Yura's friend to wait outside the restroom while she goes in. Inside, she sees Yura hiding there. When Juntai's friend comes out, she suddenly feels a sharp pain in her ear. This triggers another flashback, where in the past, Juntai's friend had slapped Miyok so hard that her ears started bleeding, leaving her unable to hear properly. She had done this because she found out Miyok had spoken alone with her boyfriend the day before, but Miyok had denied it. So she asked Yura if Miyok really talked to him. Out of fear of her anger, Yura said yes, even though she didn't actually know. This made Juntai's friend happy, and she accepted Yura as her new friend, giving Yura exactly what she always wanted. She had joined their group. From this, we understand that in her obsession with making new friends, Yura went against her best friend, Miyok. And because of this, Miyok had to suffer. Now, in the present time, beside Jintai's friend, Miyok's spirit is shown. She was saying something to him, but he couldn't hear anything. His ears were in severe pain, just like what happened to Miyok when she was slapped hard. At that moment, a screwdriver appears in front of him. Miyok's spirit tells him, "Put this into your ear." Hearing this, he starts forcing the screwdriver into his own ears. It seemed like Miyok's spirit was making him do all this, and in a very painful way, he loses his life right there. Just then, Yura and her other friends also arrive, only to see Jintai's friend's body lying there. They start trembling in fear. At that moment, Yura's friend sees Miyok's spirit and, terrified, grabs Yura's hand and runs away with her. Here, we realize that everything happening to them was being caused by Miyok's spirit taking her revenge. Now, we'll see what mistakes the remaining people made. Yura's friend takes her to a lab where they see a frog. We're shown a flashback in high school. This same friend had tried to force Yura to eat a poisonous frog. He used to bully her badly back then, and now his punishment was about to come. In the present, frogs suddenly begin crawling out of his mouth. Even inside his body, frogs were moving, causing him unbearable pain. To end the pain, he picks up a surgical knife and cuts open his stomach, trying to get rid of them, but instead, this leads to his painful death. Next, we see Jintai leaving Yura's other friend behind and going to look for everyone else. After some time, that friend starts thinking maybe everyone left him alone. So he comes out, and in a classroom, he sees Miyok's spirit. Frightened, he tries to escape, but trips and falls. Miyok's spirit drags him into the darkness, and his story ends there too. To understand why Miyok did this, we see another flashback. In reality, Yura's friend had evil intentions toward Miyok, and since Yura was Miyok's best friend, he used Yura's help to lure Miyok into the school gym at night. Yura lied to Miyok, saying the bracelet she gifted was lost in the gym. Miyok went with her, only to find Yura's friend waiting there. Yura leaves her behind, and he tries to assault Miyok. In the present, Yura cries and begs Miyok's spirit to stop, saying she has already taken revenge on everyone. But Miyok replies that it's not over yet. At this moment, Jintai arrives. He had earlier seen Yura's friend's dead body and was frightened. He sits with Yura, who tells him she had been hearing Miyok's voice all along. When asked what Miyok said about him, Yura sees a vision showing Jintai's dark side. It turns out he wasn't a good person either. He only pretended to be Miyok's friend. In fact, he wanted her to suffer, and the painting he had been working on was proof of his obsession. In the present, Miyok's spirit enters Yura, and together they repeatedly stab Jintai with a sharp object, brutally ending his life. After Jintai's death, Yura goes to the school rooftop, where she sees Miyok's bracelet. Behind her, Miyok's spirit appears. Yura breaks down crying, begging forgiveness for all her mistakes. But the next moment, Miyok's spirit attacks her, strangling her. Because Yura was the last one left, Miyok wanted to complete her revenge. Only after ending Yura's life would Miyok's spirit finally find peace. Because despite being her best friend,